town, and we actually went out to dinner and spent the evening talking about this today's special value. It is amazing. First of all, it's the only Roberta's TSV of the year. I'm just going to say that right now. If you're thinking they're going to have another one along in March or April, they're not. Also, because they only had one today's special value this year, they really have been working on it since pretty much last year at Garden Time to bring you something absolutely fabulous. It's also, if you split up this set, the lowest individual price on any plant that Roberta's has brought us at just over $3 per. They would be way, way more money on the Roberta's website, or if you were to get them in a catalog, if you could, because this is a set they put together exclusively for QVC. What is it? It's ground cover. What is it not? Boring. It's not plain green. It's not something that needs a lot of high maintenance and aim the sprinkler at it, and I gotta be careful if I step on it and all of that, and I gotta make sure where I put it or it won't grow. It's gonna go like gangbusters. The amount that you're gonna see out here on the set is half of what you're gonna see in one season. This will cover, one set of these will cover a 40 square foot space, and we'll show you what that size is so you can get a good gauge on that. If you're thinking of doing this in a straight line and putting it along your sidewalk or your driveway or someplace where grass will never grow, it will cover 25 feet at about 1.5 feet wide. So gauge how many of these sets you're gonna need. A lot of you are picking up more than one. You're getting all the colors that you're seeing out here on this table, and we'll actually show you some videotape of these live and growing and in action as well. You don't have to pick and choose. You get them all. That's 18 pieces of what we're calling hardy, succulent, flowering ice plants. Come on in here, Devin Wallin. I am so glad that you are the man for this today's special value.
I know.
Devin is fourth generation Wallin family member in the gardening business. He is Kevin Wallin's son, and you are all about this today. So I'm super excited for you and for your whole family, and especially for our customers.
Yes.
Because this is something that is a huge problem solver for so many of us, because there are places in your yard that nothing will grow. You've tried planting shade seed, hardy seed, bluegrass, rye, whatever it is, it just won't grow in that spot because there's never enough water, there's too much sun, it's too hot right against the asphalt or the concrete. It just always looks ugly.
Yeah.
Or I've got boring brown mulch everywhere. How about something colorful instead? How about not having to pull weeds all the time because they can't even get through this once it takes off? And how about not having to wait 2, 3, 4, 5 seasons to see some results?
Yeah.
Because what you're seeing right here is what it's going to look like about a couple months or less.
Within 3 months, you're going to have plants just like this.
This big, this colorful. Yeah. So I'm going to quit talking and let you tell everybody all about it.
I would love to. You know, this is our 18-piece ice plant ground cover collection, and I'm going to be straightforward.
Yep.
Ice plant is a nice plant because they solve all of your problems in the garden. Whether it's you want to replace the mulch, or you want to smother out the weeds, you're sick of your gravelly patches, or you have really bad problems with erosion, well, this is going to solve all of those problems for you, because this is hardy, succulent, drought tolerant, durable plants that also are going to produce these gorgeous, brilliant, bright colors for 5 to 6 months every single year. And then they're going to remain bright, candy, apple green 12 months out of the year as well.
If you, next winter, because I know you're buying these today, a lot of you are buying more than one, we're busy on the lines already. If you uncover the snow from these a year from now, you will see green plants underneath.
Yeah.
These don't go dormant, they don't turn brown, and you have to wait and wait for them to come back. The flowers bloom, what did you tell me, 7 months or 6 or 7, depending on where you live?
About 5 to 6 months,
okay.
starting at the end of spring all the way to your first frost.
And then you have green, so you never have nothing.
Right, and what makes this collection so amazing are the varieties.
Okay.
This collection includes 18 pieces, 18 plants with 9 varieties. You're going to be receiving 2 of each variety.
So this is what comes to you.
Yeah.
Look, a lot of you are going to receive these with flowers already growing on them. And I just wanted Devin, I told him in our meeting, please pull out one of these out of the pot. You just pop them out with your thumb out of the bottom.
So easy.
That's all the bigger of a hole you have to dig for each one. So it'll take you next to no time to plant these in any kind of soil. Don't worry about it. The only place we recommend not putting them is in total no sunshine shade. They do need about a half a day of sun, but it doesn't matter if it's morning sun or afternoon. They do not need high maintenance, lots of water.
They're succulents. That means simple. They retain the moisture within their foliage, so you don't have to go spend time watering it. And these guys grow so quickly.
Yep.
Here you can see.
So we're going to show, let's show video. This is the real thing growing, and we're going to go through all the varieties because you get 9 different ones, 2 of each.
And as a border, these truly outperform every ground cover. And one collection is going to do a standard 1.5-foot border of this red mountain or the magenta cooperi. All of these varieties you'll be receiving. And it's going to do a border that's 25 feet long. Here you can see the yellow basutoland. They cascade over your stone walls, and they'll grow through your gravelly patches that we saw earlier. And all of these varieties, like this Mesa Verde peach, are so rare, so hard to find.
Yeah.
You know, we bring this Jewel of the Desert ruby in from Japan. The topaz also from Japan. They're such bright, vibrant colors. No other ground cover that we have ever seen has colors anywhere near as bright and brilliant as these jewels.
They close up at night, like daisies.
Yeah.
So they go to sleep. These are not daisies though. And they open during the day. So they're absolutely beautiful. And again, 5 months to 6 months of flowers before they completely go to solid green. And the green will remain throughout the winter season. If you live somewhere where it doesn't get cold and snowy, then you'll have even more longer time of flowers. And then you'll see the green until the spring again.
Exactly.
So they are going to lose their flowers for a couple of months, no matter where you live, but they will never go completely dormant brown. Let me mention too, you're getting 9 varieties. You're getting 5 varieties from South Africa. You're getting 4 varieties from Japan. These are not something you're going to find at your local garden shop or in a catalog. You can find them on the Roberta's website for twice as much money for this size.
The same
They're
collection.
$108 for the same collection. Our price today is just over $50, which is an amazing value. And again, the lowest price ever per plant from Roberta's at just over $3. So this is a really super terrific value. Yes, you can put them in pots.
Yeah.
What if I don't have a yard, Devin?
Well, I don't know. Do you like the look of this?
Yes.
You like how they just kind of flow over the edge of the pots? Well, they'll do that also on the ground or in the pot. They look fantastic. You're going to be getting 5 to 6 months of color like this.
Yep.
Do you have anything else in your garden that's this bright, that blooms that long?
And just like spreads out, because in the first season, you're going to get this. How big is this right here?
Well,
how much space is this?
This table is about 20 square feet.
So you're going to get twice as much as this.
You get 2 of the tables worth. Yes.
Okay. You'll get 40 square feet of coverage from this set in one season. That's twice as much as this table. Let's show the whole, can we show the wide shot again? Thank you. Twice as much as this with one set this summer, everybody. You're not waiting till next year or the year after that. If you would like to see these along a sidewalk, that's 25 feet with about a foot and a half wide from one set. So how many sets do you need? A lot of people are picking up at least 2.
Well, yeah, if you have a 25-foot walkway that goes up to your front door, you want to be embraced by this beauty every single day, get 2 sets to line both sides of your walkway.
Right. And again, hardy, hardy, hardy. So you don't have to worry that the hose is not going to reach these. How about you guys with that long driveway or that big backyard where you want to plant something pretty way in the back and your hose doesn't get out there, your sprinkler doesn't reach it, you don't have built-in sprinklers. Who cares?
You don't
These are succulents. That means they're kind of like desert plants, right?
Yes. You know, cactus is a succulent, for instance. You don't need to water cactus. Don't worry, these don't have prickles or anything like that. These are a succulent, meaning you plant them, you give it water the very first day you plant it, and then you let Mother Nature take over. And that's why I love it. I'm the lazy gardener. I want to enjoy my garden. I want to enjoy those gorgeous flowers, but I don't always have the time every weekend to go spend hours and hours tending to it.
So remember, you're reserving yours today. We're not shipping them to you today. That's not how it works here. We start early and we ship them to you when it's time to plant, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just locate your state on this map. It corresponds to a date. On that date is when we ship the plants out to you, and that means it's time to plant them when you receive them.
Excellent. And you have a fabulous guarantee also.
Yeah, you know, these plants are so easy to grow, but we always have our gotta grow guarantee. So when you're happy, so are we. That's why we assure your satisfaction for perennials for up to a year. So if for any reason you're not satisfied, just give us a ring and we'll make sure you're happy.
How will you put these together? We've done kind of like a checkerboard here, but you're getting 9 varieties, 2 of each for a set of 18. So you're getting 2 of every color you're seeing out here on the table. You can put
twice this
and twice this coverage.
Twice this coverage, exactly.
In one season.
Each one of the 8, you're receiving 18 plants that look like what I'm holding here. And each one of these is going to create a plant that's 20 inches in diameter. Now, this plant in my left hand is about 12 inches in diameter. This is about 3 months old.
Yeah.
2 months after that, it would be twice
that
this
big.
size from one plant.
So if you plant these in April, then you're going to see by June these pots.
Right.
And then by August, twice as big as these pots. So then they're going to stay flowered probably till around Halloween.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, you've got tons of flowers, but then what do they look like? Well, they don't just die and you dig them up and throw them away. They look like that.
Gorgeous, succulent, brighter green than any grass or any other ground cover.
If you don't live somewhere warm, if you live here in Pennsylvania, if you live in New Jersey, if you live in Wisconsin, what in your yard right now is green other than fir trees? Nothing.
Nothing.
Maybe a holly bush, right? These are going to be green in your lawn. If you replace your mulch with these, if you replace those bare spots of where grass won't grow very well with these, if you make these a border around that little fence or along, around your flagpole, or if you put these in amongst your shrubberies, you're going to have green all winter.
And then you're going to have the brightest flowers you've ever seen.
Yeah.
These will transform every garden.
Yeah.
They're suitable for every garden because they're winter hardy down to -15 degrees. Drought tolerant, meaning you can plant them in the deserts and they're going to excel beyond your belief.
Okay, so Devin, let's be square with everyone. If I am not a gardener, but I would like to have something pretty in my yard, I don't know how to plant anything. Are these hard to plant? Can I screw this up?
If you are a novice gardener, you want this plant because they're so simple to grow. You plant them, Mother Nature does the rest.
Right.
If you're an expert gardener, you want to plant these because these varieties are so rare. They're just being developed around the world.
Yeah.
You won't find them anywhere else for at least, quite some time.
Right. Or unless you go to Roberta's website, where you'll get this set for $108.
Right. That's.
Did you see the price on our screen? It's around 50 bucks. And that's in 2 easy payments. So order as many as you want. This is the only today's special value of the year from Roberta's. They're not repeating this. This is what we've got. When this sells out today, and I guarantee it will, there's not going to be more of these coming down the pike.
Yeah.
So get yours today. Look at the variety. How many different plants would you have to buy to get this many different looks of flowers? How many individual packets of flower seeds or little flats of annuals would you have to go buy at the garden shop at
Every year.
10, 20 bucks a pop for a flat to get something like this every year? Because those are annuals, which means they don't live through the winter. You got to keep buying them. You'll never have to buy these again, and they keep getting bigger and more flowers, and you plant them one time.
It's a one-time makeover for you and your garden. Stop doing the mulch. Stop breaking your back by picking the weeds.
Yeah.
Turn that gravel area, which is probably the sore eye of your yard, into the most beautiful area of your yard.
Well, and mulch, it looks pretty when it's new, and then about a month later, it's got weeds in it, fades, it looks yucky, stuff's in it. This can replace your mulch, and weeds don't grow through this. They're too dense.
It's too thick.
Can we show this is the flat you're getting, and this has how many in it?
18 pieces.
18 pieces. Look at what's going to be happening when you get these.
Yeah.
Flowers are happening already. These guys are ready to jump right out of these little squares and spread out in your yard.
And as your plant grows, so do the flower size,
Yes.
which is the best part.
So look how big these turn into, like these 2-inch in diameter, blooms everywhere.
That's one of the reasons why we love this collection, because other flowering ground covers, if they flower, maybe they'll flower for 4 to 5 weeks.
Right.
And if they flower, they're going to be the size of a needle. They're such tiny flowers. These are huge flowers that are just significantly larger, like a Gerber daisy.
Let's say hi to Heidi, because she's been really nice waiting for us in Texas all this time. Heidi, thank you for your patience. I get talking to this young man right here, and I just can't stop. How are you today?
I'm
Heidi.
wonderful, thank you. How are you?
Oh, we're great. I'm so excited that we're able to bring this to everybody. Are you picking up some of these?
I'm picking up some of these for my front yard. I'm gonna give it a try, because down in West Texas, you just don't have the water.
That's right. Well, you don't have to have water for these. You know, as with everything, you know, Heidi, when you first plant something, you got to water it in. But once these take hold, whatever rain they get, they're happy with that.
Yeah. Drought tolerant is why these are so great.
Yeah.
And I have some, and I have some other plants that I got from y'all, Robinsons, and they're cactus, and I'm going to plant them together and kind of make me a little cactus garden.
Oh, won't that
Sounds
be beautiful?
perfect.
These are so great for something like that, or a rock garden, or if anybody's got like a little embankment and you want something to kind of cover that little hillside, these are just perfect.
They're perfect. Yes, they are.
And
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And Heidi, how's about all these colors?
Oh, love the colors.
Aren't they
Love them.
beautiful? I mean,
They're
there's
beautiful.
There's red, enough red in here. You're going to be seeing lots of butterflies. They love yellow. Hummingbirds love the red too. They're going to have all kinds of pretty little things flying around in these.
I'm excited. I can't wait.
Well, I'm so excited for you to see everything else we're bringing this season, because it's going to be, I think, the best gardening season yet.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think so too. I think you're right, and I appreciate everything.
Well, we appreciate you, Heidi. Happy gardening, and these will be on the way to you when it's time to plant them in Texas, okay?
Thank you so much, and y'all have a wonderful day.
Thanks, honey.
Thanks, Heidi.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Just want to show you, these pop right out of the flat. You're going to loosen up the roots a little bit at the bottom and pop them in the ground. There's not a big hole to dig. It's real easy to plant these. Just space them, about 20 inches apart?
20 inches apart, yeah.
Okay, 20 inches apart, because they're going to get big. Don't cram them all together. And again, here's the map, Devin. Tell us when we can expect these.
Certainly. Just locate your state wherever you live.